Greetings and welcome everybody to another edition of the Thrift Store Prepper. In today's episode we've got yet another out-of-date MRE review, and in this week's MRE review we have vegetable lasagna, and partly because we're doing this one today is last week I brought you my thrift store ramen recipe where I made or attempted to make lasagna out of ramen noodles. So going with the lasagna theme, we're going to be doing a lasagna MRE review. So let's get straight into it. You should know what's going on or going to happen in this one. So we're going to open it up. I got my trusty Stanley knife or box cutter out of the EDC for this one, because this is a very nice sharp bag, and we can open that up and see what is inside this particular one. Straight off the bat we can see we've got some more MRE crackers to enjoy, and our heatless, flameless heater ration thing that doesn't seem to work. So probably in this episode we're not even going to attempt to warm this. I might even use these as Wheel of Thrift prizes, heatless ration heaters that don't heat, flameless heater rations they are, but you know what they are. I don't need to explain you. I don't know why I always get such confused with that. So we've got another cocoa beverage. We've seen these before in each one of the MREs, and there's a chance I might even save that for later, but we don't know. We might open this right up now. What's this other one? We have another orange electrolyte drink, and that's going to be handy because I have had a little bit of time out in the sun today, so some electrolytes will be probably welcome. And yesterday I had to get a little bit of a migraine for the live feed, so we've got a couple of items we've already seen. I think we had those in the meat stick, the maple meat stick MRE, so definitely going to be trying this. We might not I might save my MRE beverage for later. Now this, this is new, a fudge brownie, so we might have to make the cocoa to go with the fudge brownie, and it's a TFF fudge brownie, so that's exciting. That's something we haven't seen yet so far. What's this? This is the veggie lasagna. This is our entree, so let's try and... Where's the notch? That's it. Put it up. The notch, the tear notch is the up. I'll put that up. And the vegetable lasagna. We've got another applesauce rather. We tried this in the oatmeal, so that's another item that we have already seen before, but we will be eating in this episode as well. This is my supper. This is what I'm eating as my meal today. And the last item is some grape jelly. So I've tried the MRE peanut butter. This time we get to try some grape jelly. Excuse me. So here's the little sleeve and pocket that you would put your entree in, and then with the flameless ration heater that's heatless, that we've never had any success so far with these working, so we're not even gonna bother with this again. And as I say, we use those as novelty prizes on the Wheel of Thrift, ration heaters that don't heat. So what we will be doing is getting everything out onto my takeout tray, which is gonna be the equivalent of my food tray, you get it at maybe kindergarten, school, or certainly in prison. And I don't know what that was stuck to there, but who cares. What we also have here is our super MRE accessory pack with our good old MRE spoons. I do like these MRE spoons. I do use these for eating my ramen recipes nowadays. We get our good old piece of napkin, toilet paper if you need it, but yeah, there's only one ply there. You're not going to be wiping up much muck from your butt with that, if that was what you needed it for. Salt and pepper is here, and we're in effect. We've got some sugar, as always, a fresh nap. Actually, looks like we've got two fresh naps in this one. Whoa. Oh no, that's coffee whitener. and some coffee. And I actually did run out of coffee this week, foolishly. I don't know how I managed to do that, and was even going to bring some home from work and forgot to do that. So maybe this might be very delicious and welcome today. I did manage to have one very weak cup of coffee, and maybe I would have one weak cup of coffee tomorrow. But yeah, that's what we've got. So we'll probably throw that in with the cocoa powder and the sugar, perhaps. MRE King packaging. I don't know, we might not even use that, but most of the things in the MRE I do try to use and utilize. So what we're going to do, as I said, we're not going to even attempt to use the ration heater for this that came in there. We're just going to open it up. And did that open up well? Yes, it did. Look at that. And that's our vegetable lasagna that we're going to plonk into the tray, and we will take upstairs and microwave it. And I should have probably done this upstairs in the kitchen rather than in the thrift store studio, but this is real life. Oh, and that does smell very lasagna-y, I must admit. And such a shame we can't find a way to reuse these. So we will. Oh, there's another piece of something in there. We want to get everything out that we can. And hopefully this will be quite a filling and nutritious meal. And as I said, these come in at $35 a case because they are almost at their expiry date. We have another couple of months before they do expire, and I'm sure they will be quite suitable to eat beyond their expiry, certainly for a year. So not in any rush to eat them up before October, but certainly something at that price. They work in at around $3 an MRE. Certainly I won't be paying full price for these things. As you could probably get quite as much food, quite a lot more food rather, than what you have in front of you for the same amount of money. But if you are going on a camping trip or hiking trip or out on a boat or something, then these are pretty handy things to maybe take with you. So what I'm going to do is put you all on pause while I go and heat up the lasagna and get some boiling water for our beverages and stuff, and then we'll come back and eat it. That's what we're going to be doing, eating this MRE and everything that come with it as my supper. So as you can see, the thrift store fireplace is always flickering in these videos, and we do have the gift pack that was originally for V for Vendetta, who never ever emailed me their details, and is now going to Eyes to See. So Eyes to See, if you're watching this video, you were the newbie in the live feed this week, so that is for you. I still need your details to send that out to you, and you'll get yourself your own very tiny little shit and prepper baby, and a nutsack that you can utilize for whatever purposes. So I'm going to go get this stuff all ready and to eat, and we'll see you on the flip side. Okay everybody, I am back. I've got my trusty MRE spoon here. The lasagna is piping hot. And I've got my boiling water, although I forgot the mug. We'll go and grab the mug real quick. Hold on. Okay, I've got a mug. So the mug is what I'm going to use this as a coaster. Perfect. Multi-purpose, in finding a use for everything. If possible, when we've got the condiments under there. So let's use our fresh nap to wipe up first and prepare ourselves for this scrumptious, almost out of date MRE supper. I did have a little bit of difficulty opening the nap. It doesn't. Yeah, it's a little bit of lemony smell, very, very, very generic wet nap smell. Don't really know how much I can review this. It folds out. Look, it has several folds in it, and it seems to be a towelette that is moist in texture. So there we go. We can do that. We can wipe our MRE spoon, and let's just give our little bowl a wipe round two. So first up, as you know, I haven't had my coffee yet, so we're gonna pour the coffee into the mug. And add a little bit of hot water. Now I'm going to try and put less water than I did last time, just have like kind of a little shot of espresso. Stir that with the end of the spoon. Don't know if you can see that in there. Smells very, like I said before, smells like you've kind of used the grinds from yesterday to make today's coffee. But I downed that in one swoosh. Actually isn't that bad. It's kind of, I don't know if it's better or worse than Nescafe. But we drunk that, so we might as well throw the cocoa beverage in, and we're going to have this for our dessert, along with our brownie. And maybe I'll save one of these for a prize as well. So I don't know if you saw a little bit of the chocolate come out. And let's pour some more of the hot water in there. And stir that up. Nice and creamy. Try and get all the lumps. Sorry, I realised my arm was in the way of the screen there, but maybe some of you were enjoying looking at the tattoos. So that's the hot drinks taken care of. So before this gets cold, I did nuke it pretty good in the microwave. It's still very hot. You can kind of see there it's pretty much the same shape as the retort pouch it come out of. And we've got some beans and some tomato, and apparently there's some squash and some eggplant in there. So I'm going to eat this while it's hot. And all I can say is that is, yeah, there's a little bit of the eggplant there. Kind of Chef Boyardee. So let's get another little spoonful of that. Pretty good. Actually, yeah, I am enjoying that, so I'm going to keep eating. I was going to get everything out and put in the tray, but I'm just going to keep going and eat this until I've finished it. And then we get into the rest of the stuff. So maybe I should put it on pause while I eat this, because you don't want to see me eat it all, or maybe you do, I don't know. We can keep filming, why not? I'm almost through it. Look, let's see how long it takes us to eat one of these. Again, you know, you don't have to heat this up, you can eat it pretty much from the retort pouch. Yeah, that's pretty enjoyable actually. No complaints. Everything tastes very good. The pasta isn't overly soggy. I'm not going to say it's al dente, it's not award winning, but the addition of the beans is pretty good, so obviously some added protein in there. And yeah, it does just kind of taste like maybe frozen lasagna from your grocery store, or a Chef Boyardee. Certainly not the worst thing that I have tasted. So yeah, goodness, I almost wish there was two. But there isn't, there's only the one. But hopefully this will fill it up. And I don't know if I am a little bit gluten intolerant, because every time I do eat pasta, I end up looking like I'm pregnant. I get very bloated, and I'm usually very skinny and look quite malnourished or heroin chic, if I had to describe myself. So pasta, in particular lasagna, in the past is something that will make me look like a 9-month pregnant woman. So yeah, there we go, we've nearly finished it all with no need to pause. And I really did actually enjoy that. I'm not gonna lie, there's nothing just unpleasant, and you certainly wouldn't think that that was almost out of date. So yum, 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 yum. Make sure we get every part, and that's pretty clean. And unfortunately I don't have any bread although I do have a cracker, but the Italians, they call it scalpetta, to scoop. And when you finish your plate of pasta, you usually have a piece of bread to mop up the remnants of the sauce. So I'm going to have a little bit of the water just to clear my mouth. And we're going to get the other stuff out. So we have seen the Zapple sauce before. Let's see if we can pour that into our dessert portion. And just to make sure we get everything out, we're going to roll it down and squeeze every last morsel out, because just remember, this might be an emergency situation and we might need every spoonful of the nutrients provided in the Zapple sauce. So there's the Zapple sauce. Wonder if this will hiss. Not really, not like the crackers, but this is the fudge brownie. Ooh. Wow, it's kind of broken, but that's okay. You have to break it to eat it. And it's got a little bit of that white stuff on the top that you sometimes get on chocolate that's not very fresh or new. So let's put that in the trash. Yeah, it does look a little bit like a sorry brownie, I must admit. Let's try and stick it back together. So that's kind of what it would look like. And the other thing, I'm gonna have to get the hydrated beverage. So I'm not sure if there's a fill level on there, but we're just going to pour it into the cup, and I'm going to fill the rest up from the tap. So we've emptied that into here. I'm going to also rinse off the spoon, mix that up in the bottom, add the rest of the water. Okay, so that's our other beverage prepared. Let's put that there with the chocolate. I forgot to use the salt and pepper. Guess what? They're going to be prizes. I don't know if we can make a prize of those, but I'm going to try and figure something out to do with them. I don't know why, I kind of just really like MRE packaging. So we've got all the electrolyte beverages out, and maybe I should just throw them away and let them go, but I don't know. It's hard to let go of some things in MRE packaging. I don't know why. I like it so much, but trying to clean as we go. I'll have to empty my little waste biscuit basket. And these are things, you know, very handy stuff. Save them, you can utilize them. So that was the napkin, and we can see it did take a little bit of tearage, but we have some left that we can finish up with. So let's have a little taste of the orange electrolyte beverage. Oh my god, we've still got the crackers and the jelly. And as I said, it tastes just like orange Tang or Gatorade. But I'm going to chug it, get the electrolytes into me. Oh yeah, you've got that very electrolyte vitamin-y taste that goes on afterwards, but it's all good. It's good stuff going into the system. So let's just drink this. Okay, that's the electrolyte beverage in my system. Very refreshing, even with lukewarm tap water. Very, very nice. So now we're going to refresh the palate with the Zapple sauce. Goodness, I don't want to spill anything on the camera. So I'm going to probably move this. And I do like the Zapple sauce. There is a little taste of caffeine or something that you can pick up there, but it's very, very good. Applesauce, yum yum. Nothing to dislike. So once we finish the Zapple sauce, we're gonna have our crackers and jelly before we finish up with dessert. So the first course was our lasagna. The second course was the orange electrolyte beverage, and we started with our coffee, and we'll finish up with a brownie and some crackers. I think I just dropped a little bit of Zapple sauce on my lap. I'm pretty sure some of you crazy batshit biznatches in the audience would be more than willing to help me clean that up. But that's the Zapple sauce nearly done, and I do like that. It's a very nice dessert. Certainly refreshes the palate. That was the bit that I dropped in my lap. Okay, so almost wished I had a little bit of a orange beverage left, but let's move on into the crackers and let's get ready for the hiss. If we get one. Yeah, there it was. Did you hear it? That kind of thing. That was pretty cool. I don't know why that is entertaining. But good old MRE crackers, and I really do like these as well. I wish I could get a whole case of them. Just the crackers alone would be a good thing to have. And oh my goodness, I don't know if that's the lasagna, but my stomach is feeling very stretched already. So very filling indeed. Still trying to get into this without breaking the crackers. Oh, there. It's easy when you realise the knack. And let's get those little crumbs. There's the MRE burp just for you, baby P, Becky Pamplin. And I guess the burps in the MRE video reviews are going to be like a signature. It's not an MRE until I burp, or an MRE almost out of date MRE review until I burp. So, crackers and grape jelly. Yum, yum, yum. I don't know why I like these. They're so very bland and don't really taste of anything. I think that's why they're nice. They just don't have any taste. But a little bit of the grape jelly. Did I open that enough? No, I didn't. Let's try and get a little bit more off. Yep, that should do it. Let's get some grape jelly onto the... Oh, you see, that was just a... Oh my goodness. We ejaculated grape jelly all over the screen, almost. And I used the word ejaculate for titillation purposes, although that might make 12 people unsubscribe after watching this video that may or not be passively censored by the YT and is certainly getting shadow blocked. So I think that's all the grape jelly. Oh no, there's a little drizzle more, a little squirt more. Did we use our napkin already? I think we did, because I could get the grape jelly that was on there. And oh my goodness, grape jelly just reminds me of prison. I don't know why. That was a particularly popular flavour of jelly that they would issue the inmates in the Theo Lacey Correctional Facility that I was held in during my ICE captivity, as well as LA County Jail. At the pitches, they also give us grape jelly and apple jelly a lot. So you know what I'm going to do? Let's make a little sandwich. Oh my goodness, that's why I was getting it all over. It's coming through the holes. Maybe not the best thing. So we've made like a cracker lasagna. Yeah, that just tastes like crackers and jelly. I'm really not sure if I should eat this live on air. It's a bit noisy and messy, but we've come this far together, and let's stay with it till the end. My mouth full. yeah, probably shouldn't take the bigger bites as I am, but I'm trying to eat this as quickly as possible so we can get back to the review. I almost realise there's nothing to look at, but I'm trying to catch the crumbs, you see, by eating this. So I think I can do that in 2 more bites. And basically this is kind of like made one of those little kind of, I don't know, like you get those cereal bars with the fruit filling in them. It's a little bit like that, but not really. Maybe 3 bites. That way it won't be so much of a struggle. You know, you can see our crew over there, little mini meat sticks looking on with bright eyes of wonderment and enjoyment at the latest MRE review. And some of you have said you really enjoy these MRE reviews, so hopefully you're enjoying this one. And I'm almost certain that if we'd have tried the heatless ration heater, it would have worked, but as I said, we didn't want to try it. Every time we tried so far it's failed, so we just went to the microwave. But maybe in the future I get an actual MRE that's a bit more new and we can try out the flameless ration heater. I think that's what they're called. 3 videos now, I still don't know what they're called. It's pretty good grape jelly, actually. It's better than the grape jelly that you get in the penitentiary or in jail. There does seem to be like some seeds and stuff in there. Oh, my word. We've still got a couple of little bits we dropped. Let's get the spoon. So lastly, but not least, dessert. What was it? The FFB or something like that. Fudge brownie. So electric beverages have gone. I'm gonna throw the coffee mate in with the cocoa powder. And you know what? I'm not even gonna use the sugar, even though this is probably gonna be far too much sugar for me. But we like to use everything. Actually, you know what? We're going to use the sugar as a prize. That can be a prize with the salt and pepper. And maybe the spoon from this MRE review. Because I have a couple of these already. But we're not going to probably use that one. And just remember, ladies, that I have had this spoon in my mouth and I have licked it. So that might be an incentive for it to be a prize. Let me know if you want my MRE spoon to be a prize. And I'm sploshing this everywhere, and yeah, the coffee mate's not really dissolving at all. But let's just pretend that that's little marshmallows. I don't know if you can see. And now that's what happened with the coffee mate. Maybe it's because the water wasn't hot enough, and that's probably what it is. But that's good. We can chew on it. It's yeah, it kind of is a little bit like marshmallows, I guess. And it's a pretty rich and creamy chocolate beverage. I think we're gonna just try and put this in. Oh my goodness, I'm almost doing it again and destroying the thrift store studio with all of this stuff going on. Let's just leave it. Hopefully it won't fall to pieces. Let's try this fudge brownie. Yeah. It certainly ain't a Little Debbie's. That much is certain. It is quite peculiar in flavour and texture, but it is shelf stable, I suppose. Again, not exactly unpleasant, but not exactly I need 7 of these in my life every day. good, but there is that kind of weird white stuff going on a little bit, so maybe this isn't still edible, but who cares? Let's try. I'm gonna eat it, and you know, this has been a pretty decent MRE, to be honest. Nothing in it was sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. Nothing was not nice. It was all nice stuff. It was all tasty. And the lasagna actually was a lot better than I expected it to be. Actually, the more you chew this, the kind of flavour after you've eaten it is kind of better than the actual eating and chewing it. Don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. And wash it down with some cocoa with chewy coffee mate. Delicious. What's not to like? And that would be very nice before bedtime, to be honest. You could possibly, you know, there would be although this is designed to be a one meal, you could indeed live off this for one day. You know, you could have your applesauce for your breakfast with your coffee, and then for lunch you could have your crackers and your jelly, perhaps, with your electrolyte beverage, and then in the evening you can have your lasagna with maybe a bottle of water or something. Maybe open up the crackers and have one of the crackers with it, perhaps, if you had one left over. And then, you know, supper time, you can have your brownie and your cocoa before you get into your little doomsday tent of mylar or trash bags or whatever is in your bug out bag. Or if you're like me, you're just reviewing these in your basement, you can eat it all at once. But really and truly, there is enough food there to feed one person for one day. And I have eaten it quite quickly and not really savoured and enjoyed every mouthful, perhaps. I mean, I have enjoyed every mouthful, but you know what I mean. I was a little bit rushed for this video. But the brownie, I guess we're going to say we like it. I can't say I don't like it. I'm still eating it. For $3, this was a fantastic meal. For the amount that you would probably pay for this brand new, maybe we could be a little bit more critical. But it's provided me, at least with some content for my channel, and I do really enjoy making these MRE reviews, as I've said before. Something about MREs that I kind of do like and enjoy, just like, you know, kind of building bags and stuff. A little bit of a hobby, I suppose, and now I can actually use something of interest and hobby for content for my channel, and hopefully you enjoy it, although maybe there's nothing to learn from this video. This possibly is just entertaining for you, and hopefully maybe some of the MRE people who do real MRE reviews on their channels. Got another burp coming, baby pampling. Good grief, yeah. And orange electrolyte beverage and chocolate brownies and chewy coffee mate in cocoa beverage kind of do give you that taste of vomit, I'm not gonna lie. But all in all, it's been a pretty good MRE. So I want to kind of make sure you see I eat everything and drink everything other than the sugar and the salt and pepper. That's the only things that we didn't use. And I mean, I enjoyed the lasagna without the salt and pepper, but I guess it would have been quite nice with some salt and pepper and a good old cocoa powder beverage. So, to translate, that's the last mouthful of brownie. We're going to wash it down with our chewy chocolate, hot chocolate drink. And clear up the mess. Let's have a little look at the mess in the studio. And you got to see off the black there. There's the jelly and some cracker, spoon, and there's the cup of chewy hot cocoa. And we're just pretending that the coffee mate is marshmallows. Delicious marshmallows. Yeah, it's getting hard to swallow now. Maybe I did eat this far too quickly. But there, it's done. That's it, Thrift fam. That was another almost out of date MRE review. And if you want this spoon to be added to the prizes on Wheel of Thrift, let me know in the comments below. Or if you're one of those weirdos that I mentioned earlier, you want to buy this, make me an offer and email me. And I'm not going to provide pictures of suggestions of where you want me to put it. So anyway, Thrift fam, as I said, this has been another almost out of date MRE review brought to you by Shit Video Productions for the Thrift Store Prepper. Catch you next time. Keep it thrifty. Peace, love, rock and roll. Don't do drugs. Stay in school.